Okay, we're here at the range and we're going to be testing the American Defense quick detachable mount on the Tikka to see if it will return to zero. And I'm also going to be using some just plain Leupold mounts on my daytime scope to see if it will return to zero. So we're going to see what happens. Okay, here we go with the first test. The last time I was at the range, I zeroed this Pulsar Thermion at, I think it's about an inch higher or so at 100 yards if I remember correctly, but it's somewhere pretty much zeroed at between 100 and 150 yards. That's normally the way I zero it. So we're going to shoot 3 shots and see where it hits before we remove the scope and replace it. Okay, before we took the Pulsar off the rifle, we fired a group just to confirm our zero, and it was zeroed an inch high at 100 yards. And we're shooting at 100 yards. So I'm going to take the scope off, put it back on the same place, and see if it will return to zero. Okay, I've got it going back in the same place. I'm going to push the scope forward once on the rail before I tighten it. Then I'm going to tighten both of these down a little bit at a time, snug them both down, and then lock them in. Okay, it's back. Hopefully the scope is back to zero. We're going to shoot a couple of shots and see what happens. Well, we have good news on the AMD mount. Replaced the Thermion on the Tikka a couple of times, and it went right back into zero. So I don't have to worry about going back to the range and testing my zero every time I go on a coyote hunt. If I have to change out the Thermion, it'll go right back in where it should be. So let's move on and see how the Leupold mounts do. Okay, we're back. I took the Thermion off because I know it'll return to zero, right? No problem. Okay, now I have, this is my daytime optic. It's a 4012 Leupold. And it's got some inexpensive mounts. It's just a Rifleman series Leupold mount. They're aluminum. You know, this is what everybody says, never use because they're cheap and they won't return to zero and they won't hold zero. Well, I got news for you about holding zero. As long as you don't take it off the rifle, I know it will hold zero. It's been holding zero for a couple of years now. So I'm going to put this scope back on the Tikka. And we're going to set up a new target and see how it does. Okay, I'm using the Wheeler torque wrench to torque these to about 20 inch-pounds. Well, look at this. That $20 Leupold mount worked just fine. I reattached the Leupold 4012, torqued the screws down to about 20 inch-pounds, and voila, we have returned to zero. So I'm real happy with those. Now I'll be able to switch my scopes back and forth for daylight or night hunting, and I won't have to be running back and forth to the range to verify my zero every time. As always, thank you for visiting the Old Deer Hunters channel. We ask you to subscribe and click that little notification bell so you'll know when we're posting videos. We try to post at least one video a week for you. We're going to be doing reviews on the new Halo LRX, the Thermion II XP50, and the AGM Rattler in the near future. So please come back and visit us. And also, for all your thermal optics needs, don't forget to visit OutdoorLegacyGear.com. Jason's a great guy. He'll help you out. And thanks for watching.